Hey guys, how's it going? Mark from Enchantment of Eternity here, and this is going to be a extremely um, informal video. It's basically just me fucking around. So I officially called it an unboxing, which they usually don't do live because, well, there's reasons why, because it's kind of boring. You just sit there and you open up the box and then you take forever and then usually it's good to edit around that crap. But I figured, well, what the hell? Might as well just do it live. This whole thing is informal. So if you want to chat about Game of Thrones or anything like that, I'll keep an eye out in the chat. This isn't prearranged. Like, I didn't specify a time or tell anyone about this. I was just like, well, fuck it, I'll just throw it out here. And if anyone joins me live, then that's fine. But if they don't join me live, you're just watching this in the archives, then that's cool too. So if you noticed, like from the video I did with Abkin Tomko, our discussion video we did a couple days ago, the background is different because in the past I've always had like a boring background. So I'm in the same room as I was before. I just switched everything around, like I moved shit around so that the window isn't directly behind me. Because some people are also noting that, oh, Steffa saying hi, hello, how's it going? So the lighting wasn't that good because the window outside was directly behind me, and so it created a backlight, and it actually created sort of not only was it like bad having a light shine right behind me. In fact, I had to put the curtain up all the time, and even through the curtain, the sunshine still like shined really brightly in, and it created like really bad image. It's not very good lighting because I've been to film school. I know about the 3-point lighting system, and that wasn't a good way to do it. That's just the way I had my room set up, and I couldn't really think of how else to set up my room, but I was trying to think of different ways to do it. But the main thing is like watching, like if you watch Geeksiders, and if you haven't watched Geeksiders, you should. I mean, I think it's a crime how low their subscriber rate is. They put out some really high quality reviews that sometimes I'm quite jealous of. So you guys need to go watch. They're doing Game of Thrones reviews, so Game of Thrones is your thing. You need to go watch Geeksiders. Anyway, they sort of inspired me because they have a really awesome background. Like, they have all sorts of toys and stuff. So not only did I move the computer so that the window is behind it, or behind the computer instead of in front of it, so the light is shining right on my face. So the lighting's so much better now, and I have internal lighting as well. So much better lighting. Yes, Erica agrees with me. Yeah. So, and not only that, but I wanted to have a better background, because instead of just a window and shit, I wanted to actually try to be like Geeksiders, who have an awesome background with all sorts of toys and stuff. So I gathered, I'll put behind me. You can't really see it. It's a bit far behind, but I can't really put it closer. But I tried to put together. Now, there's a mess at the bottom, but usually I'll be blocking that, so don't pay attention to the mess. But I tried to put up some like DVDs and stuff. And yeah, and the books, you see Feast for Crows and other books. So it's a more interesting background than just a plain room with the window. However, there's still a lot of sparse spaces. Like, it's a bit empty up top there, and there's wall over there and the door behind me. So I ordered a bunch of stuff to add to my decoration, and that's what I'm going to be unboxing. So this is what the unboxing video is for. So I know what's in here, obviously, because I ordered the damn thing, but it's sort of just the decoration. Now, typically, I personally don't like watching unboxing videos myself. I kind of think it is a trend that I don't really get. I don't understand what the joy is out of watching someone opening up stuff in the box, which is why I never made one myself, and why I sort of said I never would. But I figured, what the fuck? I have a box full of stuff. Why not just make a video out of it? And anyone actually cares to watch, then they can. But I'll bullshit about other things otherwise to make it worthwhile, is that's what's in the box. Yes. Let's see. What is your favorite book from Song of Ice and Fire? I've been asked this before, and see, Staffa asked me this. So I don't know. I think I had to be cliche and go with A Storm of Swords. That's what everyone says, but honestly, I do think it's the best. I do really enjoy A Dance with Dragons, or the dance, yeah, A Dance with Dragons, right there. But it's got too much. It's got too many characters in it. It has too much. Like, it just drags on for a bit long. It has a lot of. I think it's a bit over bloated. That's what I would use. I think A Feast for Crows is definitely a lot more over bloated, where it kind of sags the quality of it. And I prefer Storm of Swords and A Clash of Kings. And I said this before, that at Game of Thrones, like, I'm affected by the fact that I saw season 1 so many times before I read that book, and the fact that the two of them are so similar, like no other book is so similar to a season. I couldn't enjoy it, and I realized it had to do with the way I watched the show first. That affected my reading of that book. So I know I was sort of biased against it because of that. But because of that, I think Storm of Swords and Clash of Kings are always my two favorites. And out of the two, I think Storm of Swords has a lot more to it. It's got the Red Wedding. It's got Joffrey dying. It's got, coal hands. It's cool. So yeah, it's kind of cliche, but it's funny because someone told me before that was the best book, and when I was reading it, I was like, I don't really see how this is the best book. But when I look back on it and reflect on it, I can see, like, okay, I see what you're saying. It was the best book. Yeah, Steph agrees. She says me too. Okay, so let me get to the unboxing for anyone who actually cares. As I said, I've never done this before. I'm not really for unboxing. And typically it's done recorded so they can edit out all the boring shit. But I thought, yeah, what the hell? So, if anyone's curious, what kind of, so you can see my new background. So in this way, I can sort of highlight what's going to be in the background, because you probably would have never noticed it either way. It's only because I actually point to it and say, look at the cool background, that you're actually going to notice it now. All right, so lots of fluff. Pretty big box. The box isn't completely filled. Hold on, I can't see if I can arrange my computer so you can see what's in it. Probably not. Here we go. See, it's a pretty big box and it's not filled all the way. Like, they make the boxes unnecessarily bigger than they need to be. Anyway, no one probably cares about that. But if you want to chit chat more about Game of Thrones while I'm doing this, I think there's 15 people watching. Oh, that's a bit more than I thought. Feel free to ask me any Game of Thrones questions while I do this BS. Okay, so what is this? I generally don't know. I know what this is. Okay, so it's in bubble wrap. It could be like, I'm going to resist the urge to sit here and play with the bubble wrap, which would be more interesting than the items themselves. Kind of like Maggie from The Simpsons. I love Funko Pop, says Erica. I'm not sure what you mean by Funko Pop. I missed it. Where's the box from? Well, it's from, since I live in New Zealand, it's called The Mighty Ape, which is, I guess, New Zealand's version of Amazon. It's not as big, not as cool as Amazon, but it's what we have in New Zealand. So I can still order from Amazon or Amazon Australia, but then I have to pay outrageous shipping fees. So this way I don't have to. I mean, they have to import stuff from America anyway. So I sort of get charged the fees by paying more for the items themselves. But whatever. It's the Mighty Ape. I ordered a bunch of items for my cool backdrop. So this is what I'm opening, is cool items that's going to make up my backdrop. So when I do my discussion videos, which will be weekly now, and I might be doing more of them, so I'll actually have an interesting background rather than just a boring window. And I might actually I was thinking about this, I might start doing more of my weekly regular videos with actually you see me, and rather than just the pictures, because some people requested that. I don't know. You guys can tell me what you prefer, if you prefer just the pictures, or if I could intermix, like you see a bit of me and then you see some pictures. Maybe I'll input some pictures on the side while I'm talking and then cut to some pictures. I might do that. But the thing is, at the moment, I'm making 6 videos a week, so I can't go a bit too crazy with this editing. At the moment, I had to edit it as quickly as possible, which is why I use the pictures, because it's the easiest, quickest thing to do. But later on, I do intend to, I'm going to hold back on not doing so many videos a week to try to up the quality. In fact, I have a couple ideas for the future of doing like really high production value videos, because I've seen other channels like GOT Academy and Because Geek that have much better like production value, and I could do that. I have the equipment, I have the skills, I just don't have the time because I'm trying to put out so many videos. So if I took more time, it took like 2 weeks to do a video instead of 1 day, because I had to do a video a day basically. It's 6 videos a week, so that's like a video a day with only 1 day off. So it doesn't give me fuck all time to do any production value. Anyway, the Game of Thrones stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I like your Vikings video too. Well, thank you, Steph. I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, Because Geek is great. I haven't watched all of her videos, but yeah, she's really good at it as well. She does a lot. Okay, so this is the first item that I have. Ta-da! And this is probably something that you probably won't see once it's way in the background there. You probably would never notice it unless I point it out. It's shot glasses. Game of Thrones shot glasses. So first one, all the people who bitched on my Stannis videos, who love Stannis, this is what they would like. Because I don't know if you know my channel, but I made this video about Stannis and about how I thought he sucked at playing the Game of Thrones, and I like Stannis. I don't hate Stannis. I'm just amazed at how many Stannis fanboys there are out there who, like, if you say the worst thing, if you say one bad thing about Stannis, he'll jump down your throat. Like, Daenerys is my favorite character, but all those people who bash Daenerys, like, I disagree, but I won't jump down your throat. I won't be like, oh, fuck you because you hate Daenerys. But people are like that with Stannis, which I don't get why. I mean, if you like him, that's fine. I have nothing against you, but there's no reason to jump down my throat if I point out bad things about him. Anyway, this is the Stannis shot glass. Maybe I'll take, if I had any alcohol, I'd take a shot for Stannis for you, but maybe next time. Okay. Yeah. You with the pictures would be good. Everyone does just pictures. You with the pictures. Oh, yeah. No, I might. Yeah. So I might try that in some of my videos. For at the moment, not right now, because as I said, I'm doing too many videos at the moment. I don't have time to do the, but maybe later on, I might start working in more videos. I don't know. The only other person I know who just does pictures, other than Napkin Tomko, of course, is who is it? Well, Preston Jacobs, he just does pictures and Red Team Review, and they're pretty popular, so I could just stick to the just pictures if I want. In fact, the two of them never show their face. They like their anonymity. In fact, Napkin Tomko, he said he was that way at a while, but I guess like he's doing these videos with me, so I guess he's sort of fallen out of that. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Steffa says Stannis. I like Stannis in the books. Yeah, in the books, he's, you know, I don't agree with the people who say that the show's completely ruined him. They're different characters for sure, and the Stannis in the book is more honorable. But I think someone made a really good argument saying that the books everyone always says Stannis is a stuck-up, stick in the mud that nobody likes, but you don't actually see him like that. Whereas in the show, you see him, so you see that what everyone says about him is true. So the books do kind of a tell, not show, whereas the show actually shows him being a stick in the mud and a dick. But I don't know. I think people exaggerate how honorable he is in the books. I think he's not, I wouldn't say just as bad as the show, but he's a lot worse than a lot of these book fans give him credit for. But that's just my take on it. So what's the next? It's a Stark, of course, Stark shot glass. Maybe I'll keep this filled up whenever I watch the show, and I'll take a shot when a Stark dies. Or I could do that during my video. Hopefully that won't happen again soon. I know Abkin Tomko thinks it will happen with Rickon. There's a rumor that Stark's going to die this season, but let's hope that shot glass remains empty. And then Targaryen, of course, maybe I'll take a shot out of the Targaryen glass whenever a dragon roasts someone alive. That would be a more fun thing to do. So I want to put these shot glass once I'm done. Probably won't do this in this video, but I'll put them up in the display so you will see them if you look very carefully during my discussion videos. They will be behind me on display. And a Lannister shot glass. So obviously, I should take a shot out of this glass every time Tyrion or Cersei drinks wine. So maybe I'll put wine. It's a shot glass, but still. There we go. Drink during your vid. You can have drunk Game of Thrones reviews. You know, I was actually thinking about doing that once, having a junk. Maybe have like a Game of Thrones drinking game. I don't know. Like I was gonna do like a watch along, but then like I'd have to make it so you can't hear the show because they're starting to. I don't know if you noticed, but they're starting to get strict with the copyright. So I'm gonna have to steer clear of using any clips of Game of Thrones whatsoever, but or moving images. I'll still use the still images though. They're pretty cool with that. But yeah, I mean, so if I did a watch along, I'd have to make it so I couldn't hear it. But it would be cool to play like a Game of Thrones drinking game one day. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Yes, I would be wasted. It would be. I haven't done a drunk review before. Actually, that might be a fun thing to do. Stannis is dead. Yeah, it might be interesting. Despite with some people, you know, in my videos said that I was stoned during my videos, but I wasn't. I haven't been. So everyone just thinks I was my whole life. It kind of annoys me when people say that too, that they assume I am when I'm not. It's just my demeanor. It kind of pisses me off. Anyway, drink when someone dies. Yeah, that's a good I should do. Yeah, maybe I could do like reaction videos. Anyway, what's the next item? Told you I'm a Daenerys fanboy, so I needed to get a Daenerys item. So what is this? This Legacy Collection, Series 2, Jaime Lannister, Brienne, blah, 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 Daenerys Targaryen. Okay, so obviously, spin it around. There we go. She is in the box. It's a toy figurine of Daenerys Targaryen. I think I'm going to take this out of the box. I know I'm not a collector, so I'm not like, ooh, it has to earn money. They're not really worth anything anyway. There's so many collectors nowadays. They're not worth shit anyway. So I think I am going to take her out of the box and put it on the top shelf there. So you'll be able to see her. But I won't take her out of the box now. I'll do it later. Okay, next item that I have. Does her clothes come off? Says John Alexander. No, they might actually. It doesn't look like. Probably not though. I think it's in her claws. It's a contract. It's in her claws now that her clothes won't come off. Maybe if it was Melisandre, her clothes would come off. They always come off. Anyway, what do we have next? Let's see. So, I got to keep track of the time because I have to go to work later on in the evening because I work evenings now. Sucks. Anyway, this one I will keep in the box. See, so the light's not on it because it's Ghost. And the thing is, it's a bobblehead Ghost. And if I took it out of the box, it just looks like a random white dog. But if you keep it in the box, it says Ghost right here, and it says Game of Thrones. So it's obvious it's more of a Game of Thrones thing. But he looks really cool, doesn't he? It would be cool to take him out of the box. But I think I'll leave him in the box because Ghost is awesome. All right. Yes, Ghost is awesome. See, that figure is a Funko Pop. I saw it when you showed the box. Oh, right. I gave it away. But you might have saw this other one because I have another Funko Pop. Oh, that's why you said you like Funko Pops. I get it now. because you saw it when I showed the box. But it's not the only one I got. You might have saw Marjorie. Marjorie Tyrell Funko Pop. So this one, I think I will take her out of the box, actually. So I'll keep Ghost in the box, but I'll take Marjorie out. Actually, I'll take her out right now. Yeah, so there's not much to it because I never had a Funko Pop before. That's the other thing I was talking about, Geeksiders, which again, if you missed my earlier, you need to go subscribe to Geeksiders. All right, they do awesome videos, and Josh and Anna are gonna join me and Napkin Tomko for episode 3 discussion, which is gonna be great. Anyway, they have shitloads of Funko Pops behind them, which has kind of inspired me to buy some myself. So does your head not even bobble? Oh, I thought it did. Oh, well, it goes to show you how ignorant I am. But anyway, she's going to be out of the box. I'll put her on the top shelf. Actually, let me do it right now. She's going to be right up there next to World of Ice and Fire. There we go. She's so far away, you can't really see her anymore. But oh well, you know who she is now. Okay, so the 2 items I have left are posters. Yay, let's open up the posters and see what we got. Let's see. Cool. Don't see much of Marjorie. Yeah, if you watch my I did top 10 favorite characters, and Marjorie is in my top 10. I can't remember exactly what number she was. I think she's like 6 or 5, but I think she's much better in the show than she was in the books, and she's very I like the way that she puts on a facade and she fools everyone. And it's so awesome to see her when she really acts like her true self, which is hardly ever. So she's always been one of my favorite characters. So I thought, yes, I get a Marjorie. And Erica says you should have got a John to stand beside Ghost. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to have a bit of variety and not be, because the one thing I wanted to get, there was this cool thing I wanted to get, which was a Funko Pop of Daenerys Targaryen and Drogon, and you can put it together and they ride each other. But that was too expensive. I gotten like those 3, the Marjorie, the Ghost, and the Daenerys one I got for the same price as just the one. So I realized I don't have that much money to spend. So rather than just get the one, I decided to go for variety. Rather than just get Daenerys and Drogon, I got Daenerys, Marjorie, and Ghost. Let's see. John Alexander, I do subscribe to Geeksiders. Well, good. That's good that you do, but more people need to. More people need to, definitely. And I think you probably agree with that. Okay, so Staffa says, do you think there will be a Dorne master plan in the books because they killed off Doran in the show? Well, it depends on what you mean by Dornish master plan, because me and Napkin Tomko talked about this on our discussion video, because I think some people, when we talk about Doran's master plan, we're just simply talking about his like plan to make an alliance with Targaryens and to marry Quentyn to Daenerys. Now, so as far as that goes, that's happened in the books already. But as far as like the other Dornish master plan, where you get into like Preston Jacobs' conspiracy theory, I was never on board with that. I never thought they were going to do that in the books, especially not to the extent that he went on. And it's become like that theory in particular is the most popular one, I think, and it's become quite common in the Game of Thrones lore, but I was never on board with that. I mean, maybe to a small extent, but I don't think the Brave Companions were in it with the Dornish the whole time and all this other stuff. I mean, I love his videos. Don't get me wrong. I love Preston Jacobs. I'm subscribed. I particularly love his What You Missed episode reviews. I wish he would do more of those. I absolutely love those. But I think he overthinks his theories. But they're still entertaining to watch. So don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing him. But I'm not really on board with the theories themselves. But that's okay. Let's move on to the poster. I don't know if you can see this very well. It's got like the episode art of, see, it's the Game of Thrones, of the different episodes. I'll have to look at this myself when I have time. I think it has different episodes. The Cold Winter is coming. Oh no, it's not. It's just random art from Game of Thrones. Looks cool. So I gotta decide where I want to put this. I'll fit here on this door. That might be cool. Do you think it would be cool on that door? I reckon. Well, I'll have a look at it later on. So that's one thing. Oh my God, that's so cool. Well, thank you. Thank you. Now you'll have to go and order one yourself. Let's see. Yeah, the door says John Alexander. Okay, yeah, because they don't have this plain brown door behind me. So I'll put that up. So I have a cool background when I do these discussion videos now. Won't that be cool? All right, and the other poster that I got. So down. It's got the sigils. So ours is the Fury, Tyrell, Greyjoy, and then we have Stark and Lannister and Targaryen. It's a shame it says "Hear Me Roar" because that's the official Lannister motto, but no one ever says that, especially not in the show. I don't think they ever even mention that in the show. Like they had that one scene in season 1 where Maester Luwin was teaching Bran the different words, and he was one of Lannister. She said that Lannister always pays his debts, and Luwin was like, no, that's not the words, that's just a popular saying. But they never actually said what the words actually are. So I don't think they ever actually mentioned that in the show. Okay. So Erica says, that's cool too. I've never seen either of those posters before. Yeah, I think they look cool. So what if we put this one? Look at those. Here. How does that look? Oh, that's a bit too high. Jeez, but if I put it lower, I don't know. But if I put it on this, how does that look? Oh yeah, that might work. You can still kind of see it. What do you guys think? You think it should go on the other door or above the shelf? John Alexander says, I'm getting that one. Yeah, yes, that is a pretty awesome poster. And Staffa says, why don't you get like a screen so you can slide it when you make a video? I don't know. That sounds too complicated. I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna plop it up there. So I will have a cool background. Actually, now I want to, how much time do I have? Just keeping track of time. Not many people watching this because, as it says, it's kind of boring unboxing. Whatever. Oh, I got a email from my brother. I'll check it out. It's probably about our discussion video that we'll be doing next week. Let's see. Probably on the other door, says Erica. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it probably works if I do one on that door and one on that door. Probably be better because if I put it above the shelf, then you're only going to see the bottom of it, which is going to be no good. Oh, John Alexander, I like unboxing goods. Well, that's cool. Just out of curiosity, like why do you like them? Is just cool seeing people opening other stuff and seeing what possible other stuff is kind of like. I'm not putting down unboxing vids, obviously, because I'd be a fucking hypocrite if I did, because I'm doing one right now. But I never really personally saw the attraction myself, but it's interesting. Give it a shot. The one thing I really don't like and don't understand is apparently in Japan they have these videos where people are eating and they watch other people eat. I have like sort of a pet peeve though, where I find watching other people eat disgusting. Like, obviously I can have dinner with someone or whatever, but if I just sit there and stare at them while they're eating, I find that gross. So I don't get those kind of videos. John Alexander gives me ideas on what to get. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. That makes the most sense of why unboxing videos would be cool. Geeksiders, talking about them, and then they do good unboxing videos as well. So if you're really into them, I think John Alexander said he was already subscribed. Erica says, I just like to watch people get new things. LO. Yeah, no, I can see the attraction to it. It's probably cool. Well, I'm gonna have to fuck with this Daenerys thing later because it's complicated. I might need to get some scissors to get it out, but there she is. She's gonna be up there with Marjorie, and Ghost will remain in his box with Ghost. I'll put him up in the shelf now. There he goes. That might be a good spot for him. And then the shot glasses. I put them here. I might move these things around later on. I'll have a look how it goes. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear me. I was talking to the wall. But yeah, I might move things around later on, see how it goes. But I'm not going to be doing more of these. Like, I'm not going to be buying more shit, at least not for like another year, because I don't have much money. And I think this is good. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with the background. Like Geeksiders, they're awesome. They have an awesome background. And I was also watching, God, what the hell is that guy's name? I'm blanking on his name, but he's an awesome film critic. Hold on, I'm just gonna look up his name because I have to know who it is now. Chris Stuckman. Yeah, he's my favorite films critic. I'll put that out there right now. He's one of the popular ones. His background is fucking amazing. It's just... So I'm not going to be that cool, but a bit better than just having a fucking window and a blank wall. So it's going to be a bit more lively. Okay, so John Alexander says Japan is weird. They sell underwear as well. They sell underwear. Oh, and vending machines. Well, I can see how that might be convenient, like if you're at a hotel or something, or if you're traveling. But not like everyday life. It is a bit weird, I suppose. Erica says Rawless has an awesome background as well. Oh, does she? Okay. Well, she's another one who uses images sometimes, but shows herself sometimes. So I might do something like what she does, and she also has really good production values. I love her historical videos, like especially the Dorn. She had like this amazing series of Dorn. But personally, I never, like, I was going to do one historical video myself, but I never really saw the allure. Like, I like it when Rawless does it. Like, I'm not putting her down. But for me personally, it seems like I don't really want to do it myself because it seems like you could just read A Song of Ice and Fire or World of Ice and Fire right there, and you get all the information yourself. But I suppose for some people, it's a bit more convenient just to get it in little snippets and videos and stuff like that. John says, dude, they are sued underwear? I don't get that. Used underwear. What the fuck? They sell used underwear in vending machines? Oh, all right. That is weird. Okay, I'll get you that. Why the fuck would anyone want to buy used underwear? Oh my God. Anyway, so yes, I will probably be ending this soon. Again, because it's kind of boring. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. However, I do want to talk about, there's only 6 people watching now. I guess I'm boring. I scared them away. Anyway, pity party. I want to see if I can find, because another thing happened last night. I got a Facebook message from a fan who did this fan art for me, because you know how I use the image of the Enchantment of Eternity with the forest and the Enterprise and Drogon, and it looks very naff. It's very pixelated. You can tell I just like really quickly took MS Paint and went copy and paste because I fucking suck at doing shit like that. And I've been using, well, it's not as naff as the image I used to use. Like last year I had really naff, like it looked like a 4-year-old did it. Not a good look if I want to try to put up some level of professionalism. But anyway, this fan sent me art that looks fucking awesome. So I'm going to use that from now on. It was kind of similar. It used the similar picture of Drogon and the Enterprise, but it added more pictures from Vikings and The Walking Dead, because I do Vikings and Walking Dead reviews. So we want to reflect that. And I was like, hey, this is awesome. Can you actually add 2 more images? Because I will be doing reviews of, yes, that's my cat Blue. I don't know what he's up to. Anyway, I wanted to ask him to add 2 more images to the image and from Mr. Robot and The Leftovers, because those are 2 of my favorite shows. And that's another thing. Like, after Game of Thrones is finished, season 6 is finished. Oh, hi, Blue. I'm going to do a video for Game of Thrones fans of what shows you should watch to get over the Game of Thrones blues. And there's 5 main shows, and I will and this is the video I want to do with like high production value and everything like that, to try to get it popular, is The Leftovers and Mr. Robot. These are 2 of the most underrated shows, especially The Leftovers. Like, a lot of people who watched it, especially season 2, thinks it's the best show on television, like, ever. And I totally agree. And some people find it hard to get through season 1. It's not bad. Season 1 is good. It doesn't suck, but it's very dreary. And it can be a bit like once you hang yourself. But season 2 gets so much better. So The Leftovers, Mr. Robot, which is great. I love Mr. Robot, even though there's some things about that show that really ticked me off in the middle of the season. Like, it seems like every show has like a mid-season dip in quality, and theirs was so bad I almost quit the show. But it just got so awesome after that I still love it and think it's one of the best shows. And I just watched Black Sails. I think that would be the 3rd show I would recommend to Game of Thrones fans. I'm going to be doing a quick review on that in just a couple of days, a quick review on Black Sails. And then the other... So Black Sails is kind of a prequel to Treasure Island, but I didn't even realize this when I watched the first 2 seasons, and I think it's actually as good if you don't think of it that way. I was thinking of it more of Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp acting all drunk and without like all the cheesy Disney special effects and dead skeletons. It was a realistic sort of pirate thing. I loved it. And I thought that's another show that got so much better in season 2. Like, the season finale of season 2 of Black Sails, I'm putting it out there as one of the best hours on television ever. I've never been so blown away by a single episode. And what else? So it was Mr. Robot, Black Sails, Leftovers, Vikings, the other one. Of course, I do weekly reviews, so I do talk about, but I have to mention Vikings. If Game of Thrones fans not watching Vikings should be watching that. That's cool as well. And I'm blanking on the 5th one at the moment. I think is it? Oh, sorry. Brain fart. Anyway, John Alexander says, speaking of The Walking Dead, what do you like better? The Walking Dead, Fear of the Walking Dead, or the regular Walking Dead? So that's a hard one, because I actually, up until, if you asked me this 2 weeks ago, I would have said Fear of the Walking Dead, because I'm so pissed off with what The Walking Dead did with their season 6 finale. I think I've just had it up to here with the show. And honestly, I'm gonna, unless they really change things around, I am gonna watch season 7, but I'm going to be hate watching that show. I'm not going to be highly recommending it. Season 6 is not going to rank very highly on my top 10 shows of 2016. I can tell you that much. So Fear of the Walking Dead, I think, is very underrated. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. So honestly, I've liked it better than the regular Walking Dead at the moment. But the last 2 episodes were kind of lame. So it depends. It depends if they get better in the next couple of episodes, or if they continue. Because it reminds me of like The Fugitive or some of these other episodic where someone runs into people for one episode and then they disappear and you never see them again, which is bullshit. We've moved beyond that in this day and age. We're more of serialized telling. So it depends. If they can give me some more serialized telling, and because I like the characters in Fear the Walking Dead much better. Personally, I think they're a lot more well-rounded. A lot of people get irritated with them because they're so incompetent, but that's kind of the point, that they're new to this. This zombie apocalypse is new. So they come off as more realistic. I think people fall into the trap when they compare it to the main show. I don't like to compare it to the main show. In fact, Geeksiders, I recommend the hell out of the channel, and I still do, but I slightly disagreed with their opinion on the last Fear the Walking Dead episode, which they loved because they thought, it reminded them a lot of the main show. And to me, that's a bad thing. To me, I want Fear the Walking Dead to be I want it to be different than the main show. I don't want to just see another version of the same thing. And plus, I've never been into zombie stuff personally, so it's kind of an oddity that I like these shows at all. Let's see. John Alexander says, I hope they bring Alex back, and I totally agree. I think that would be awesome. Okay, so I was kind of off on that little rant there, but I was mentioning the image, and I'm just going to see if I can share the image. Damn, hold on. I lost it. 1 second. I used to have it. It went somewhere. Sorry, technical issues. Here it is. No. Why? Oh, here we go. Sorry. So I will. Here we are. I'll push it over here. Trying to show you the image that I'll be using from now on. This will be the first look into it. And I gotta find his name. I think it was something Samuel, but it was really awesome of him to do this image for me. Let's see if I can show you guys. There it is. Hopefully you should be seeing this now. That is the image. Yeah, that he gave from. So this is the one I'm going to use from now on. So I think I'm really grateful. This was really awesome of a fan to do this for me. I think it's so much better than the crap I was using before. I was wondering if I should focus more on Game of Thrones, since that's mainly what my channel's about. But Drogon's pretty big in this picture. I don't think you really need more than one Game of Thrones picture. Anyway. So, yeah, that's that. Hold on. Now I'll have to see if I can bring up the chat again because I lost you guys. 1 second. There you are. Cool. Yeah, Shane Zombie. Yeah. I'm personally not a huge fan of Shane. I actually thought they should have killed him off earlier. Some people were saying, oh, they should have kept Shane around. I'm glad. When they killed him off, I was like, thank God. Whew. I think they took that storyline as far as they could, and I was getting a bit tired with it. So, I don't know, maybe they should have killed him off earlier. But he did shoot season 1 well, I will say that. But they just couldn't have kept him around. He just got... So, yeah, Erica and John say, it looks great. Thank you. I will not thank me. I didn't make it, but it was so awesome let me bring up his name. I need to credit him, who did make it for me. Yeah, just as long as I'm not sharing it because I don't want to give away personal information. It was Joseph Samuel. Yeah, so I will. At the moment, I'm working on my Better Call Saul review for season 2. Well, and this will be my first unmasking of this image, even though Better Call Saul's not in that image, but it's fine. I couldn't be too picky. You can't have too many images; it would be a bit too overloaded. But I'll do my overall review of Better Call Saul, and it might not be up till tomorrow because I wasted too much time doing this, and I had to work later tonight. So it might not be till tomorrow, but I'll have the Better Call Saul, and then of course my Saturday will be Orphan Black review, which I try to keep those to a minimum because they're not overly popular. And then Sunday it will be my quick review of Black Sails, and you guys should watch that, especially if you haven't seen Black Sails, you're curious about it. It's a show I definitely recommend watching. So weekly from now on, basically for the next couple of months, my schedule is pretty easy. It's going to be Game of Thrones review on Monday, discussion videos at Kentamco on Tuesday, mostly Tuesday. We might change that up occasionally. And Orphan Black on Saturday, and Fear the Walking Dead on Wednesday. Now, I did that out of order. So Game of Thrones Monday, discussion at Kentamco Tuesday, Wednesday Orphan Black, and Thursday and Friday, Thursday or Friday, one of the two, I will do a Star Trek video. And Saturday's Orphan Black, and then Sunday will probably be another random video, mostly Star Trek. So I'll be doing 2 Star Trek videos a week for a couple of weeks. There's not one this week, but there'll be a couple next week because I've gotten so many requests. It's funny because the last couple months I had no episode requests. I was like, well, I guess people don't really like my Star Trek videos anymore because I'm not getting any more episode requests. And then, you know, of course, as soon as I say that, I get like 8 of them at the same time. So now I'm really backed up with these episode requests. And plus I want to continue doing my top 10s. So I'm going to start having to pump out some Star Trek videos more regularly. So it'll be like 2 a week for a while. Yeah, because before I was too overloaded with Better Call Saul, Vikings, Walking Dead, and all of that's finished. At the moment, I just have Game of Thrones, Fear the Walking Dead, and Orphan Black. And the Orphan Blacks, as I said, those are just short videos. So it'll give me more time to do Star Trek. Cool. John Alexander says, really liked your All Good Things review. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was like, I showed it to my brother, and he's like, yeah, I pretty much heard you say all this before. And I think I might have said before in other videos, but it needed to be said because someone requested it. So I was like, I just have to praise the hell out of it. So cool. All right. Well, if you guys lasted this long, I think I've been going for almost an hour now for just stupid unboxing. But thank you for watching. Thank you for your questions. And yes, thank you. This is very impromptu, very informal. I'm not going to spruce this video up at all. I will throw it up so people can watch this in the archives. But yes, that's my new background, and I'm going to add some of these funky little toys to it as well, and these shot glasses. Oh, the shot glasses are already up there. And the posters. And so, yeah, I'll do this for my discussion videos, and you might actually start adding this a bit in my own videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.